Wesley is losing, it's that H6 knight, which Magnus picks up at the end. Look at the whole board awareness of that sequence.
Yep. Okay, well, welcome to the Speed Chess Championship, presented by Coinbase. Welcome to Magnus Carlsen. Welcome to the Magnus Carlsen Revenge Tour. He wants to win this year's event, making up for his epic, it was epic, but it was a finals defeat to Hikaru Nakamura. And yeah, it doesn't look like he will be denied today. Again, we still have another hour of chess total on the game clock. 30 minutes of 3 minutes above Magnus, 30 minutes of Bullet. And we're going to have a lot of fun in the meantime. We're going to learn some things. We're going to make some really awkward jokes. Danya's going to slip in and out of accents. We're going to have some puns. So don't go anywhere. But this is the Magnus Carlsen world, and I am a Magnus Carlsen girl or boy. That's
Damn,
it.
Girl. That was smooth.
It is his world right now.
Oh, my lands. And not to bring up, to dig up old skeletons, Danny, but remember that Carlsen Caruana match that we mentioned at the beginning of the segment,
Yes.
22-4, was the final score. And if somebody hasn't seen that match, you can wonder, well, what is the anatomy of speaking of skeletons, what is the anatomy of a 22-4 match? How does that even happen over the course of 3 hours? Well, I think now you're beginning to see how it happens, right? He just, at some point, he just starts to win one game after the other. And as big as a 16-point lead sounds, it's actually not that big when Magnus is in machine mode as he is right now, and when his opponent is as debilitated and as demoralized as Wesley so is. And can you blame him? It's like, no matter what you do, you're going to lose. That's the feeling you start getting, and that's when the tilt really sets in.
Yep. And it's funny because I mean, you and I commented on that match last year where Magnus beat Fabiano, and we saw some highlights of it before the break. If you're just getting here, where have you been? But I remember now, as you kind of jog that conversation back into my head here, Danya, that we were also talking about Magnus's ruthlessness in that match, and that he was leaving a mark in Fabiano's brain to make sure that if they're ever in the SEC again, remember what happened last time? Remember, right? He was going full John Malkovich here. He's gone full Teddy KGB, right? He's reminding him what happened the last time they played. And he wants to win with a huge victory because I think he knows that it matters. And psychological factors are very real at the top levels of chess. If you don't believe you can beat someone, Danya, at the game of chess, you probably can't.
Magnus's improvement in the sphere of online chess is actually pretty amazing. And I know it's crazy to say Magnus's improvement in one sentence, because how much can this guy improve? He's already this good. But if you look at Magnus during the COVID era, 2020, 2021, he was a lot less consistent, A. B, he was less fast. He's almost always leading on the clock if he's playing anybody except Hikaru Nakamura. And C, he's almost more confident within the context of Bullet and Blitz chess. All of those Bullet brawls, all of the Title Tuesdays, Danny, all of the SCC, RCC, CGC matches, all of that has given Magnus the additional experience he needs to extend his total dominance to the sphere of online chess. And it's an amazing, amazing opportunity for us. It's a privilege, honestly, to watch Magnus Carlsen shifting his focus from over-the-board chess, which he will continue to play, to online chess at exactly the right time.
Yeah. And I agree with chat. Let's go, Wesley. Come on, Wesley. Let's go. All of that said, let's go. Openly rooting for Wesley So to knock a few games his direction. The improbable only happens if that happens, and as you said, you got to have whatever cliche is necessary in your head. One game at a time, one position at a time, one move at a time, right? You got to just start with one thing at a time.
It's like those post-game basketball interviews, which are just like platitude after platitude, but you can't blame the player because he's like totally out of breath. All right, we're just down the stretch, on the defensive end, and coach just put me in and just had to hit a couple big shots and, just up and down the floor and defensive effort and resilience. Wesley needs to repeat all those words to himself and find
you forgot to say, and it is what it is. It is what it is, and we're putting 100% out there.
Very good.
All right, A3 is played by Wesley. That actually is a good move here. You're taking care of the lack of development you have. Magnus will probably play a5 and say, no, he doesn't. He goes b3. He wants the b2 pawn. A little bit of kicks and giggles here.
I was about to say Wesley has more time than he started with, and then I realized we're not playing the bullet yet.
We're not playing bullet. No. Although he is up on the clock. So again, a single victory starts right now. To answer the question from the chatter earlier, no, just believing you can beat Magnus does not get the job done. But you do have to start with the belief. If you're a top-level player and you hang your knight.
No.
And then bishop d3.
And rook e1 is coming. The rook is trapped. And Wesley loses another one.
Problem.